In this video, my variation of making okonomiyaki will be introduced. It'll be quite a standard way, so you will learn how to make it in a local Japanese way. First, let's go with the ingredients preparation, starting with cabbage. There is no rule on how to cut each ingredient in okonomiyaki basically. As long as those are cut into a size that is small enough, it'll be fine, I think. I prefer cutting into this kind of size. So cabbage basically is the main ingredient of okonomiyaki, so in order to feel the presence of it with firm enough texture, in my opinion, I don't want to cut it into too small or too thin sizes. Those are usually common. I used a stick of scallion this time. I cut it into a shape like that. Intentionally, I didn't cut it into too small or too thin like the cabbage. If the scallion ratio is higher against the cabbage, it will be called as a negitama in Japanese. I like that variation of okonomiyaki better than the most standard one. The next is red pickled ginger. If you are not familiar with this ingredient, please get it in Japanese or Asian supermarket in your local area. Red pickled ginger is indispensable for okonomiyaki and you can't skip it, in my opinion. Next is Japanese yam. Please find the Japanese yam, ideally Yamaimo yam kind, and rather than Nagaimo yam kind. The yam ratio becomes higher in the dough, more it becomes like the takoyaki texture rather than okonomiyaki. And this time I intentionally made it somewhere in the middle. This is my favorite, 20 grams yam against 100 grams or so of the flour powder as a balance I make this time. And trust me, it's a good balance. We store the flour powder with water and adding water little by little to make it smooth. Once it becomes a smooth paste, please add Japanese yam and start it again, adding water little by little one more time, until it becomes like a foam liquid rather than a paste of flour. How soft it should be with water is nothing like any other cuisines using flour, so I hope by watching this video you can tell how it should be. And this is optional, but I recommend using the mentsuyu here. And this is maybe for the dough to have suitable saltiness. As a secret seasoning, I use scallion oil. This is an oil extracting scallion's taste by frying it. It is often used in ramen shops or Chinese restaurants though. And then you can mix it with cabbage, scallion, and red pickled ginger. Stir it well, and preparation is now done. By the way, mixing ingredients in advance like this is considered to be Osaka style. On the other hand, there's a Hiroshima style, which doesn't mix at this point, just for your information. I'd like you to notice that it is like those veggies are just coated with flour dough. So basically, it's like flour is not the main guy in this cuisine. It's used to combine each ingredient. So the role of flour is quite different compared to other foods using flour. Now let's cook. First, stir-fry a pork meat in advance. This is my recommendation. But when the pork meat is stir-fried, then the oils and fats from the meat will make it have a better fragrance compared to mixing it with dough without heating it in advance. So in the aspects of the sense of pursuing good cooking, this is recommended in my opinion, though meat should have been cut into smaller pieces in advance. That's kind of lazy and didn't do that. Calculating that it will be heated again, making it a condition of 70 to 80% fire cut-through would be recommended at this point. Along with the oils in the pan, you can mix it together. On middle heat, put the dough. This time's amount is portion for 2 people, but I make it at once. To save some efforts, I'd say making it in this size would be the way I like. once the bottom is heated, please make this effort to prevent sticking. Once you make sure you can slide it like this, it would be fine. So this is very important in my opinion to ensure a successful flip inside later. After this sticking preventing efforts, then turn the fire to low heat and heat it further for several minutes. When it comes to okonomiyaki, flipping is the most important job that you can't miss. The bigger the size, the more difficult to flip the side. But as you can see, I'm making quite a big okonomiyaki here. So if the flip inside is not successful, it's too bad. So here I introduce my surefire way of doing it. It's simple. Let's use it one more pan. And this will make your flipping 100% successful. Actually, this way it makes sense because for the flipped side to be put on, you'd like the pan surface to be evenly oiled again. So using another pan efficiently supports that. Now you saw 100% successful flipping test. Please take this secret technique of mine as a souvenir of visiting this video. For the flipped side, you should also do that sticking prevention efforts. I don't know how to say it properly in English language. Anyway, then heat it for some minutes on low heat. Once the flipped side gets ideally brown, flip the side again and put on the lowest heat, or you can turn off the fire. This one more flipping is optional in my opinion, since both sides are now heated well enough. The reason for this flipping again is because I like the first side, which has a smooth surface compared to another, to be the bottom, so that I can cut easily and put on separate plates later. And now let's prepare fried eggs. This is the reason why I didn't use eggs mixed in dough in advance. That is basically the common way to make the okonomiyaki dough in advance. But I like to have the eggs with yolk in ideal raw condition. So I wanted eggs to be separately cooked. Now it's enjoyable topping time. Okonomiyaki sauce. Please get Otafuku brand sauce. I highly recommend using Otafuku sauce. Please get it. And next, mayonnaise. Japanese brand mayonnaise should be used in my opinion. It's quite different. However, using mayonnaise can be optional though. And a topping like this makes you feel like rock and roll. Next is Aonori. It's a powder of dried seaweed paper. This smell of nori is very important. So please make sure you get the item when you make okonomiyaki. And the fried egg is now put on the top. And finally, katsuobushi, or dried bonito flake, is added, and it's complete. Okay, let's separate into two pieces for the demonstration. As you can see, okonomiyaki is very soft thanks to the Japanese yam used in the dough. And so you should be careful when you cut it and put it on the plate. Please try this recipe. I'm sure you'll like this. Thank you for watching.